Okay, so just a quick recap of my trade today. Actually, I'm going to do more of a daily recap. I was sitting here all morning. There were multiple opportunities that I saw, only one that I capitalized on. And I'll kind of explain why I didn't enter off of the initial trade. I was looking to actually short. So let's get into it. On the daily here, you can see how we already took the previous daily low. We swept that. So on the daily, technically, like I would be leaning more bullish. Again, we're still inside this bearish fair value gap, but then again, we're inside of a bullish fair value gap. The daily is very up in the air and can kind of be interpreted multiple ways at this point. So it's not the best time frame to kind of get a bias on currently. But if I had to lean one way or another on the daily time frame, it would be bullish. 4-hour didn't really give me much either. Trying to think if I noticed anything on the 4-hour. Not much. I mean, I don't love how price action has been chopping up to the upside. If I'm a buyer here, long term, I'd be a little concerned with how we've kept these lows intact. The 1-hour, you can see we were trading inside of this 1-hour order block this morning, and still are actually trading inside of it. Now, that was a reason, or that was my higher time frame PD array for my potential sell that I was looking for. So let me walk you through the sell. So these highs right here, these equal highs, right? This was swept this morning. So that was my sweep into the order block on the 1-hour. And so that's my model taking place. And then I had a limit order set right here. I had a limit order set right at this, I think it was a 2-minute. Yeah, 2-minute fair value gap. After the sweep, we swept multiple times. 1, 2, 3, finally got our distribution. Came into the 2-minute fair value gap there. And I had a limit set. However, I took the limit off. The reason I took the limit off was because at 10 a.m. we had news, and you can see this news candle. And I just didn't want to be involved in news. At first I was going to do a 0.5% risk, and then I just said, I'm not going to be involved in news. So as you can see, I was going to target. So this would have been my trade. Okay. And I was going to target these lows, equal lows right here. Okay. For a 1 to 2, you could see that trade would have played out, but I, again, did not want to be involved with news. I wanted to wait until after news. So then I kind of readjusted my analysis on price based off of what price gave me, right? I did a good job of being very fluid today with price and not being stuck in one bias, one direction. So you see how we swept these lows, and so then I analyzed it as, okay, let's go to the hourly. Now longer term, I mean, we're leaving this as liquidity above now, so I like that. I wasn't trading for that, but you could see we tapped into, as well as swept these lows and tapped into an hourly fair value gap. So there's my higher time frame PD array. The sweep is better seen here on the 15-minute. You can see we swept right here. Okay. And then after the sweep, we got distribution. I ended up getting in off of a, right here, off of a 2-minute fair value gap. I'll show the executions on Top Step after this. And I actually was only targeting this, which was the data high from the news, which I thought could get hit, and I still think it will get hit, but it's taken its time at this point. It was looking real good. And I'll show you where I got out and why. Once we took these equal highs here, you see equal high. Once we took that, I took 3 of the 7 contracts off, and I put my stop underneath the low to make it a risk-free trade. And that's really how I managed the trade and protected my capital. And this was a bit of an unorthodox exit out of this trade for me, and the reason being, as you can see right here, this was actually at 52,999. I shit you not. And if you know anything about eval accounts, you need, or a 50K eval account for Top Step X, you need to get the account to 53,000. Okay. So it breached 53,000. It hit 53, and here, let me show the execution. Okay. So it breached right here. It had breached 53,000, and I said, okay, I'm exiting. I clicked the X right as I saw 53,000, because the whole point of this account is to get it to $53,000. Okay. I don't gain any benefit by letting it go higher than $53,000. What happened was it got to like, when I exited, I think I exited at like, I didn't take into account that there's commission or spread or whatever, or fees. And I got out like 52,000, like 996 or 97. I don't know, something insanely ridiculous. And so then I'm not mad about this. I mean, it is what it is. But I placed a market order for just one contract to see if I could get it over 53,000. And as you could see down here, minus $43. So when you don't follow your trading plan and you just put in a market order for one contract, you're going to get fucked over, even if it's for a $3 gain that you're trying to get. So I guess I learned my lesson there, but at the end of the day, I was just trying to get over that 53,000 mark. So, but we'll do it. I'm not going to rush it. I guess I tried to rush it today doing that market order, but I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to wait for the next good trade setup I see, whether that's tomorrow or Friday, Thursday, not trading, Thanksgiving, or next week. I don't know when it'll be, but I'm not going to rush the process. Let's just complete this eval account. All right. But yeah, a really good trading day. Ended up $490 on the day. Technically, without me getting in this stupid market buy order to try to get my account over 53,000, we would have been up, $530-ish. But yeah, this is what so these are the executions, obviously, right? Plus 7 contracts, got in 4 here off of this 2-hour fair value gap, break a structure. And I, again, targeted here. I got out right before we tapped it because we had breached 53,000. That's why I didn't hold it all the way up to here. Here is the account right now as it stands. This is pretty cool to see, 80% win rate. I believe this is, what is this for the month, or I think it's just the account in general. I have an 80% win rate on, so that's nice to see. And yeah, Tuesdays have been the best days for me. And it's pretty weird to see, right? Like, it's typically when I'm taking a setup is on Tuesday. Like Tuesday without fail, usually I'm taking a setup. Mondays I don't usually take setups. However, yesterday I made a video about it. definitely a nice potential setup yesterday that I could have taken. But this is where the account stands right now. And yeah, so that's the trade recap.